Hey y'all, Dan here, and today I'm going to be talking about gender equality and...
Heart attack!
Well, I guess I'm dead. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, gender equality.
Let's face it, you're biased, but don't get defensive. We're built to be biased. Does your brain think these squares are different shades of grey? Think again. Your brain took this shadow into account and made assumptions that this square was darker based on the checkerboard pattern. This natural tendency gives us shortcuts to make sense of our world. The trouble is, these shortcuts, when applied to people, can result in bias. So how can we avoid unconscious bias to build a better society? Behavioral design offers a new solution to collapse gender inequality in our lifetime. What if we could make it easier for our biased minds to get things right by changing our organizations? For example, in the 1970s, major US orchestras made an ingenious discovery. Just by adding a simple curtain to the audition process allowed them to listen to the music, rather than judge musicians based on their looks. Not only did they acquire better talent, but the fraction of female musicians grew more than 30%. Simple solutions like this can also de-bias our workplace. Simply removing the names on resumes gets a lot of the bias out of the way, and allows access to the full talent pool of candidates. And here's some low-hanging fruit. Research has shown comparing candidates to each other rather than the imaginary stereotypical applicant calibrates our minds to the best, rather than we think look the part. Behavioral designs like these have doubled the fraction of women on the boards of the UK's largest companies in a very short amount of time. Seeing women in leadership, whether in business or politics, changes what people think is possible for their daughters and themselves. In 1993, India mandated that 1/3 of seats be reserved for women to serve as elected leaders at the local level. This not only offered new insights into public policy, but also encouraged women to speak up in community meetings. And seeing women work made it more likely for girls in the community to stay in school, marry later, and delay having their first child. Kinda gives way to the phrase, seeing is believing, doesn't it? Many organizations, including Harvard, have taken this to heart by hanging up more portraits of female role models. Here's what you can do today. Try changing who we look up to on our walls. So yes, it's time to face it. We are biased, but we can design around it. We have the research and the tools to cheaply and quickly redesign how we work, learn, and live. It's not only the right thing, it's the smart thing to do. And now, it's up to you.
Well, that was definitely a video about gender equality, but now that I think about it, we don't really need any of this gender equality stuff. I mean, I'm a guy, us men, we have it pretty good. I mean, forget about the women. Nobody cares about...